Ah.
Can you tell me what is real? 'Cause I lost my way again. Can you tell me how to feel? 'Cause I don't feel anything now that I'm down here again. I'm down with the falling searching through the darkness below for a light in seas of shadows. Far from you, but I could never abdicate. I'll fight forever and turn away from all that I know, burning this bridge behind me. Like the waves, I'll follow where you go. Can you tell me what is real? 'Cause I lost my way again. Can you tell me how to feel? 'Cause I don't feel anything now that I'm down here again. I'm down with the falling Tell me what is real, 'cause I lost my way again. Can you tell me how to feel? 'Cause I don't feel anything now that I'm down here. Tell me what is real, 'cause I lost my way again. Can you tell me how to feel? 'Cause I don't feel anything now that I'm down here again. I'm down with the falling
Any satellite that has been made or remains in orbit because the force with which it is trying to fly away from Earth is matched by the gravitational pull of Earth. Earth continues moving around during several dimensional paths that form very nearly to the classic laws of Sir Isaac Newton's pendulum law.
Today means something different. Some use beef frozen from far away. But Wendy's believes the juiciest hamburgers are made from fresh beef, raised right here. Land of the beef, home of the deliciously different Dave's Double.
See you running, running every night from the same darkness. It's coming, coming, but you are not alone. If you day the light that guides me through. Never run away. I will save you. Send out the signal and I'll fly low. If it means the death of me, I won't let go. And if I'm lost in the world's shadows, I'll use the light that comes to me for your send out the signal.
Let's watch the 10 facts you didn't know
Hello,
about
thank
Satan
you for
because
tuning in.
fucking
Welcome to the
couldn't
show.
get a tank.
That's Matt behind the
to get
camera.
these fuckers
We've got
off
Agent
me.
Scully here, dressed up. Why, you ask? Well, this week it's Halloween, or what Matt and I refer to as the most wonderful time of the year. Sorry, Christmas. Now, for those of you who celebrate Halloween, you know the whole nine, right? There's costumes, or candies, scary stories, etc. And we decided that we would focus on something extra scary, or at least anciently so. And that, my friends, is the #1 villain in so many stories around the world, the devil.
Satan, Lucifer.
So before we get into this idea of the great adversary of God, let's make a few things clear. The first and foremost of which is, when we're talking about Satan right now, we're talking about it from an academic or folkloric perspective. We're not making any judgment calls about someone's religion or the place that a satanic figure would have in that religion. So without further ado, here are some things that you might not know about Satan. Number one, Satan, or at least the modern interpretation of Satan, is kind of a New Testament thing. Right, I know. You might be saying, Matt, Ben, Scully, wait, what about the book of Job? That's Old Testament. Satan's in there. But therein lies a little bit of shenanigans translation-wise, because, as it turns out, that Satan is referred to as something called Ha-Satan. And Ha-Satan, H-A-Satan, is a word that means something like the challenger. And in this sense, Satan, or Ha-Satan, whomever that might have been, is sent by God as an angel who gives people challenges and obstacles to make it even more important when they choose the good side or the correct action. In this case, in this sense, then what we later call Satan becomes sort of a special agent of God, who's sent there under God's command rather than in conflict with a great creator. And number two, all right, the devil has a lot of names, and that's kind of weird. It's due to religious syncretism in part. And religious syncretism is something that we've talked about before in our videos and a little bit on our audio show. That's when two different religions combine and meld to form another belief system. You can find traces of this in some voodoo practices, in some Caribbean practices, or when I used to live in Guatemala.
When you get on that stage, it's so worth it to be there in real time, no screen, no comments, and see the magic on people's faces.
grow somber quickly. Now how the quiet is released, and I feel so lonely. How did you think I would feel? Throw me aside again. How did you think I would feel? Won't let you hurt me again now. Nothing to you I can see. Just walk away from me. I'm torn apart, I can't believe. Stand and watch me bleed. She was one thing I believed, that I needed to hold me. Still I can smell her, hear her breathe, feel her body beside me. How long I've waited, waited for you to come back to hold me. What should I do when I feel so lonely? How could you do this to me? Betrayed by my closest friend. How could you do this to me? Won't let you hurt me again now. Nothing to you I can see. Just walk away from me. I'm torn apart, I can't believe. Stand and watch me bleed. What should I do? Oh, how long I have waited. What can I do when I feel so lonely? How did you think I would feel? You throw me aside again. How did you think I would feel? Won't let you hurt me again now. Nothing to you I can see. Just walk away from me. I'm torn apart, I can't believe. Stand and watch me bleed. How could you do this to me? Stay by my closest friend, How could you do this to me? Won't let you hurt me again. I am the waiting one, it seems. I'm not strong enough to stay a moth, I'm drawn into your flame. You say my name, but it's not the same. You look in my eyes, I'm stripped of my pride, and my soul surrenders. And you bring my heart to its knees, and it's killing me when you're away. And I wanna leave, and I wanna stay. I'm so confused, so hard to choose between the pleasure and the pain. And I know it's wrong, and I know it's right. Even if I tried to win the fight, my heart would overrule my mind, and I'm not strong enough to stay away. salvation, a map to one and maze that never sees the sun, where the lost are the heroes and the thieves are led to drown. Everyone knows by now fairy tales are not found, they're written in the walls as we walk in a straight line down in the dirt with the landslide. A road treading but nothing could ever stop us from stealing our place in the sun. Face the odds against us and run into the fear we run from. It has begun into the dark below, evading shadows, blind in a rapid tour. We fall beneath the earth and watch the shell come unravel as the sea begins to rise, embracing a starlit fate as we wait in the night. It's written in the walls as we walk in a straight line down in the dirt with the landslide. Approaching, but nothing could ever stop us from stealing our place in the sun. Face the odds against us and run into the fear we run from. It has begun. It has begun. It has begun. It has begun. It has begun.
What the fuck?
Calculate the exact orbit of the satellite. And the reverse is true. If you start with a satellite of low orbit, analysis of the Doppler shift as the satellite passes will tell you exactly where you are anywhere on Earth. This fact forms the basis of the Navy Navigational Satellite System. The system is more accurate than any other navigation system known today. Accuracy that can establish private use in longitude. This precision is the result of new techniques for fine control and measurement of time.
Today means something different. Some use beef frozen from far away. But Wendy's believes the juiciest hamburgers are made from fresh beef, raised right here. Land of the beef, home of the deliciously different Dave's Double.
There's no hate, there's no love, only dark skies that hang above. I call your name as I walk alone. Send a signal to guide me home. Light the night up, you're my dark star, and now you're falling away. But I found in you what was lost in me, in a world so cold and empty. I could lie awake just to watch you breathe. In the dead of night, you went dark on me.
I'm warning you now, don't take this video as a challenge. I don't care how handy you are with a sniper rifle or how talented you are at MMA. These are 7 achievements you are never going to get on your gamer card. You might as well just give up now. You ain't ever going to get these. Don't believe me? Check it out.
Not that we tried, but we'd have thought that getting a perfect score on Bizarre Rayman spin-off Raving Rabbids would be hard enough. I mean, you'd have to play Bizarre Rayman spin-off Raving Rabbids for a start. Surmount that particular obstacle and you'd still have to score a monstrous 174,000 points in a series of minigames seemingly designed to drive you to the point of irretrievable insanity. Somehow manage to make it through every minigame with a perfect score and all of your mental faculties intact, and you should have the 174,000 points required to unlock the final challenge to earn the greatest Rayman ever achievement. You should have them, but actually there's only 173,000 available in the entire game, leaving you just shy of validation for your feat of extreme psychological endurance. You got us, Rayman Raving Rabbids. Good job.
Army of Two: The 40th Day was the sequel to Army of Two, the game that turned fist bumping into an appropriate celebration after you've just murdered a bunch of insurgents. One of the neat features of the sequel was the opportunity to create your own customizable masks and upload them via a page on the game's website to give your murderous merc that charming personal touch. There was even an achievement attached called DIY PMC for introducing your design into the game and wearing it in a public match. Unfortunately, ArmyOf2.com now directs to a bland page advertising the tedious, po-faced sequel Devil's Cartel, which sucked all the joy out of the romantic shooter and killed the series stone dead. And of course, with that website goes the upload tool for the masks and therefore the means to get that achievement. Pretty much the final insult.
Remind me again, why do we do this?
Because we love working with people.
BJ Penn, George St. Pierre. Are you ready? Are you ready? And we are underway.
There will be people with UFC 2009 Undisputed's Gold Digger achievement on their gamer card, but unless you already have it, you won't be joining that elite club. Gold Digger tasked you with earning all the gold medals in an Xbox Live ranked match weekly mission. Unfortunately, the last patch for the game broke the achievement, creating the catch-22 of unachievable achievements.
Oh, GSP takes a big shot there.
So to get the achievement, I need to go online. But to go online, I need the patch, but the patch breaks the achievement. So don't install the patch, but then I can't go online. My head hurts.
Look, it's the new Cars Race-O-Rama video game!
Imagine you just spent the hours required to unlock every achievement in Cars Race-O-Rama. You've collected every spark plug in the game, you've clocked all the Academy challenges and mini-game events, you've done a single drift that scored 4,500 points, you've beaten the fearsome El Machismo in a straight street race, you've flipped the bird at the Popo as you escape to safety in each and every sheriff's pursuit. You've made every single racer in the game bow to your superior driving talent. You might reasonably expect to receive the Overachiever Award for getting every other achievement and to officially 1000G the game. Well, no, you can't, because the achievement's glitched. Sorry.
You'll face the journey of a lifetime and unspeakable evil.
Self-identifying geeks will be devastated to hear that there is an achievement called Geek in the geekiest fantasy RPG on Xbox 360, Arcania Gothic 4. That is impossible to get. The achievement was tied to the Master Chef achievement, which was also hobbled. You were required to learn every potion recipe in the game, but if you tried to learn the recipe for the minor stamina potion, you were told you already knew it. Unfortunately, no Master Chef achievement means no Geek achievement on our gamer card. I guess Monster Nerds will just have to settle for the Monster Nerd achievement in Tales of Vesperia.
Won't be tied anyone who picks up Chrome Hounds from the bargain bin of their local game store. Lots of games have missing achievements because the servers have shut down.
Some people might think that actors have it easy, without realizing that every time you see them playing dead, taking a dive, or fending off live birds or their co-stars, it means they actually had to do it over and over for days on end. That kind of stress can lead to tears, fights, and sometimes the actor threatening to abandon the movie completely.
That there is no film in this camera.
Here are Screen Rant's 10 movie scenes that almost made actors quit. 12 rounds. John Cena may look like someone who's not afraid of anything. Just don't expect him to take you rock climbing. The pro wrestler turned action star admits that he has a fear of heights, and while making 2009's 12 rounds, he had to shoot a scene where he rappels down the side of a building and then dangles from the rope in midair. On a DVD extra, Cena said the stunt made him so uneasy that he almost quit the movie entirely. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. On her first day of shooting The Force Awakens, actress Daisy Ridley almost had a panic attack in the middle of the desert, when director J.J. Abrams gave her a note she would never forget, describing her performance as the billion-dollar franchise's new heroine as wooden. Ridley was already terrified of having Star Wars on her shoulders, and almost walked away from Rey right then and there. Luckily for everyone, she decided against it. Describing her performance as the billion-dollar franchise's new heroine as wooden. Ridley was already terrified of having Star Wars on her shoulders, and almost walked away from Rey right then and there. Luckily for everyone, she decided against it. The Abyss. For the scene in which Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio's character is given CPR, the actress had no choice but to be pushed, pressed, screamed at, and even slapped by her co-star Ed Harris, all while lying on a cold, wet metal floor. So you can't blame her for walking off the set when she found out a camera had broken in the middle of the take, meaning they needed to reshoot it. She eventually returned, giving Cameron enough footage to stretch the scene out to a full 5 minutes. It's one of the longest scenes of its kind, and just another extreme case of the blockbuster director driving his cast to the breaking point.
You're gonna kill her!
She's gonna be fine.
Yo, can you turn your robot down?
Rocky IV. Things got a little too real on the set of Rocky IV when Dolph Lundgren threw Carl Weathers across the ring. Weathers stormed off and refused to return to the set. Production on the film halted for 4 days until Sylvester Stallone was able to convince Weathers into returning so Drago could finish putting the future events of Creed in motion.
Hold it!
The French Connection. Director William Friedkin made it well known that Gene Hackman wasn't his first choice for the hard-nosed star in the critical hit The French Connection. Hackman was having second thoughts himself when he had to wear a Santa costume and tackle someone 27 times. Hackman threatened to leave the film and even admitted he almost quit a handful of times, while accepting his Oscar for Best Actor. The Birds. Alfred Hitchcock isn't remembered for treating his actors well, and according to actress Tippi Hedren, filming the final attack scene of The Birds was the worst week of her life. The original plan was to use mechanical birds, but instead she had real birds flung at her by prop men, while others were actually attached with string. On the 5th day of shooting, she collapsed in tears, and the doctor ordered Hitchcock to give her a week's rest. The Shining. As Wendy in The Shining, Shelley Duvall had what Jack Nicholson has referred to as the toughest job he's ever seen an actor have. She spent most of the film suffering from exhaustion and dehydration from the amount of crying she had to do. She even began to lose her hair. The scene where she tries to protect herself from Jack with a baseball bat still holds a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most takes. They had to shoot it 127 times. Wayne's World.
Go with a little Bohemian Rhapsody, gentlemen. Good call.
Now that the Bohemian Rhapsody scene in Wayne's World has become one of the most well-known sing-along moments outside of musicals, it's impossible to imagine Wayne and Garth banging their heads to any other song. Mike Myers felt so strongly about using Queen's rock anthem that when the studio pushed for a cheaper song by Guns N' Roses, Myers was ready to walk.
That's it, I'm out of here. And I'm taking my show with me.
Since you can't have Wayne's World without Wayne, the song stayed and Bohemian Rhapsody became a #1 hit 17 years after its initial release. Chinatown. Faye Dunaway famously clashed with director Roman Polanski on the set of Chinatown. When the director refused to give the actress a bathroom break while shooting the scene where Jack Nicholson surprises her in her car, she questioned her involvement altogether.
If this is how you go about your work, I'd say you'd be lucky to get through a whole day.
In the end, it got so bad that Dunaway had to relieve herself into a coffee cup, which she then threw in Polanski's face.
Let's go for a little ride.
The Fast and the Furious. The initial script for the first Fast and Furious included a love triangle between Dom, Letty, and Brian. Despite having already signed on to play the character, Michelle Rodriguez fought tooth and nail to have this plot element removed, since it made no sense to cheat on the alpha male Dom with pretty boy Brian. She was willing to quit and suffer the consequences when the filmmakers decided to pump the brakes on the love triangle, choosing Dom's little sister Mia instead.
It is, quite a story.
It's hard to picture what some of these movies would have become had the stars walked away. But what are your favorite stories of actors being pushed to the breaking point? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Comic book fans are a fickle bunch. They can't wait to see their favorite characters come to the big screen, but if things aren't just the way they should be, it could get ugly quick. While the genre has no shortage of excellent offerings, there are more than a few that can split opinions right down the middle. Controversial adaptations abound in Screen Rant's 10 comic book movies that divide audiences. Man of Steel. Zack Snyder's Superman reboot is the foundation on which the DC Extended Universe is built, but not everybody is thrilled about that. The film proved to be extremely polarizing upon release, with the dark tone to blame. Some appreciated the updated modern spin on the mythos that made Superman a more relatable and human character than ever. Others thought the feel of the movie clashed with Kal-El's traditional values, creating something that didn't fit. Snyder has tried explaining his decisions, but he hasn't won everyone over yet. Watchmen. Snyder adapted Alan Moore's ambitious graphic novel to the big screen, and the results were decidedly mixed. Many praised the film's stunning visuals and its loyalty to the source material, engrossing viewers in the world of the Watchmen and bringing the pages to life. But then there are those who believe the movie can't hold a candle to the comic, which some considered unfilmable to begin with. It also didn't help matters that Snyder changed certain aspects of the story, including the ending, and that didn't sit well with longtime fans. Though Watchmen was well received, it struggled somewhat at the box office. The Dark Knight Rises. After The Dark Knight redefined superhero films forever, moviegoers everywhere couldn't wait for the sequel. While it got plenty of strong reviews, The Dark Knight Rises wasn't nearly as acclaimed. Many pointed out several plot holes and gaps in the logic, which made the story somewhat messy, a stark contrast from the tight execution of the first films in the trilogy. But some fans were able to look past the flaws and appreciate the finale as a rousing, emotional end to one of the finest film series of the 21st century. There's no denying that the movie is exciting. Iron Man 3. Shane Black stepped in for Jon Favreau for Iron Man 3, looking to bring the series back to the limelight after the second film let fans down. Unfortunately, Black couldn't recapture the magic of the 2008 original. It's true that RDJ was in top form and the film delivered plenty of comedy and action, but the twist involving the Mandarin infuriated longtime readers of the comic book, upset at the handling of Iron Man's nemesis. It was also seen as a wasted opportunity to create a legion of suits only for them all to be destroyed at the end, and taking out the shrapnel from Tony's chest, that's a big no-no. The Amazing Spider-Man. Rebooting the franchise just 5 years after Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, the marketing for The Amazing Spider-Man promised the untold story about Peter Parker. What they got was more or less a remake of Raimi's 2002 original, playing back several of the same plot points to set up Peter Parker as the iconic web-slinger. This didn't sit well with many, but there are those who prefer Andrew Garfield's take on the character, seeing him as a better Spider-Man than Tobey Maguire. Garfield's performance was a strong point of the films, but the mixed reaction to this series as a whole has caused the studio to go in a different direction. The Wolverine. Following 2009's disaster, X-Men Origins, 2013's The Wolverine was sure to be an improvement, up to a certain point. The first two acts were very well received, with fans praising the story and Hugh Jackman's performance. But how one enjoys the overall movie depends on their perception of the third act. Many took issue with what was seen as a generic comic book movie fight as Wolverine went toe-to-toe with a version of the Silver Samurai. It was hardly the most compelling set piece and threatened to derail the movie. Hopefully Wolverine 3 can be a more consistent effort, with or without the R rating. The Incredible Hulk. Hulk solo movies are hard to do. Ang Lee's version failed in 2003, and the 2008 reboot didn't do much better. Rebooting the character to fit within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it was seen as a marginal improvement at best. Fans enjoyed star Ed Norton's turn, and the Hulk action was fun to watch on the big screen. Still, some criticized the film for being just a basic superhero film that didn't dive too deep into substance, trying to distance itself from the criticisms of the 2003 movie. It's no surprise that a Hulk standalone sequel hasn't been made yet, though characters from the film are starting to pop up again in the MCU. Batman Returns. Tim Burton helped usher in superhero movies for a new generation with 1989's Batman, but the sequel wasn't as big a hit. Though many gravitated towards the darker tone and performances of the leads, there were plenty who were not impressed. Batman Returns upset a number of parents who felt the violence and sexual references throughout the film were unsuitable for youngsters. As a result, McDonald's shut down their Happy Meal promotion and the film took it in less at the box office, sending the franchise down a dark road it took years to recover from. This is why studios like to make things family-friendly. Ant-Man. Ant-Man was seen by many as a fun heist film propelled by a standout performance from Paul Rudd. The smaller scale was also greatly appreciated after many MCU movies put the entire planet at risk. But the lingering question about Ant-Man will always be what Edgar Wright would have done with the material. That's not to take anything away from Peyton Reed, it's just that some moviegoers feel that the product we got could have had a more unique spin if the Cornetto trilogy director was at the helm. We'll never know for sure, but at least Ant-Man wasn't a disaster. Fantastic Four. Rise of the Silver Surfer. We'll admit it, there aren't many fans of this movie. Still, the portrayal of the Silver Surfer character was well received. Many were hoping that one day the character could get his own spin-off film to flesh him out further. Those wishes were dashed when the film underperformed at the box office and was panned by critics, a result that killed the franchise instantly. We're still trying to figure out what they were thinking with Galactus. Fox still doesn't know how to properly handle this property, so it could be a while before the Silver Surfer gets its shot at cinematic redemption. Those are our picks for the most divisive comic book movies. Are there any we missed? Which ones are your favorites? Sound off in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe to Screen Rant for more videos like this one.
And now, an important message from Cheetos.
Yeah, I know. You look at me and you think, hey, this guy's just made of chocolate, let's eat him. But you're wrong. I'm made of feelings. So this Easter, don't eat us. Make the ethical choice. Eat Sweetos. They're delicious like candy, but no one has to get hurt when you eat them. Not again.
Don't eat the candy animals. Eat cinnamon sugar Sweetos instead.
In today's pop culture, avoiding spoilers is a critical part of awaiting a highly anticipated movie. But sometimes studios can't contain themselves. We're not talking about trailers or advertising. There are instances where the film will spoil itself. Here are Screen Rant's 10 spoilers hidden at the start of popular films. 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street is full of twists, and a humorous one comes at the end when Johnny Depp reprises his role from the TV show. All through the film, he was unrecognizable as an undercover drug dealer, but he gave up his secret in the film's first act. When Schmidt and Jenko investigate his gang in a park, a bearded man insults the two policemen, saying that if they're cops, he's a DEA agent.
If that boy is cop, I'm a DEA.
Turns out that's precisely what he is when he makes his reveal at the end. If only the dealers had been paying attention, they may have been able to avoid a whole lot of trouble. Shaun of the Dead. Edgar Wright has confessed that Ed essentially sums up the plot of the film when he tries to cheer Shaun up with a binge-drinking game plan before they encounter a zombie outbreak.
Have a Bloody Mary first thing. I'll bite at the King's Head, couple at the Little Princess.
First, the two will have a Bloody Mary. Then grab a bite at the King's Head, followed by a couple, a Little Princess, and then stagger back to the bar for shots. They do all that, just not in the way they envisioned. It doesn't seem like much when you're first watching it, but it's a clever bit of foreshadowing that spells everything out to an unsuspecting audience. No Country for Old Men. Anton Chigurh is one of cinema's most intimidating villains, and he's essentially a human Terminator. Llewellyn Moss thinks he has what it takes to bring Chigurh down, but he was doomed before the two even crossed paths. In the beginning of the film, Llewellyn is hunting elk and manages to hit one with a bullet. But it doesn't kill the animal, it just wounds it. It's a tease of what's to come, as Llewellyn can't find a way to stop Chigurh from coming after him, no matter what he does. Llewellyn does injure his pursuer, but Anton is an unkillable machine. Shutter Island. The big twist in Shutter Island is that Federal Marshal Teddy Daniels is in fact a patient at the Ashcliff facility, and his partner Chuck is the head psychiatrist operating a role-playing exercise. It catches moviegoers off guard, but attentive viewers were clued in before all the action takes place. When Teddy and Chuck arrive on the island, they're asked to hand over their weapons. Chuck struggles with the holster of his gun, signifying that he's not experienced with firearms and not a US federal marshal. Teddy can't believe what he's seeing, but it all makes sense in the end. Total Recall. When the citizens of Total Recall are looking to mix up their daily routine, they can have memories of a trip implanted into their memory. Doug Quaid is having visions of a mission on Mars and goes to Recall to live out the secret agent fantasy. Quaid opts to go to Mars, and with hearing the pitch, he's told that he will save the girl, kill the bad guys, and save the entire planet.
Get the girl, kill the bad guys, and save the entire planet.
Once Quaid receives the memory and the action kicks into high gear, that's exactly what happens. Quaid falls for a woman and saves the oppressed people of Mars by wiping out all the villains. Spider-Man 3. After learning Peter Parker's secret in Spider-Man 2, Harry Osborn swears to avenge his father and take down his former friend. That is, until he takes a nasty hit to the head and suffers amnesia. When Peter and Mary Jane visit Harry in the hospital, they reconnect like it's old times, and the nurse notes that the trio has a strong bond. Harry mentions that he cares about his friends so much he'd die for them.
You have lovely friends.
I'd give my life for them.
Turns out, he was actually predicting his fate. In the third act, as Spider-Man fights off Venom and the Sandman, Harry pays the ultimate price. Psycho. Norman Bates is far from a normal person, and his relationship with his mother is interesting to say the least. When Marion Crane checks into the Bates Motel, she overhears Norman having an argument with his mother, who's acting emotionally abusive towards her son. Marion suggests that she's toxic, but Norman defends Mom, saying she's as harmless as one of those stuffed birds.
She's as harmless as one of those stuffed birds.
Turns out, Mom has a little more in common with those birds than she would like. It's revealed at the end that Norman killed and stuffed his own mother. But he wouldn't hurt a fly, right? Final Destination. A film built around gory kills should want to keep the grisly murders a secret. But the makers of Final Destination had other plans. In the opening credits, there are images of objects such as a guillotine, axe, and others. They look like things that just fit with the tone of the movie. but they actually represent the manner in which the characters die during the course of the film. At least audiences didn't see who got killed by each weapon, but these are surprises that would have been better served for a more satisfying reveal. Jaws. As the town of Amity Island is under attack by a rogue shark, it's up to 3 unlikely heroes to find it and kill it. For their hunt, Brody, Quint, and Hooper bring a variety of tools that could be useful on their quest. One item of Hooper's is a tank of compressed air, and Brody wonders aloud how that could help them get the shark.
I don't know what that bastard shark's gonna do with it. Might eat it, I suppose.
Quint makes the offhand comment that the big fish could eat it, which ends up being a little bit of foreshadowing. When Brody is the only one left to take out the shark, he gets the upper hand by tossing the tank in the shark's mouth and shooting it. Star Trek Into Darkness. We mentioned this one in our other video, 10 Amazing Clues You Missed in Movies, but we just couldn't leave it out. When the Vengeance ship made its appearance in the film, audiences shouldn't have been surprised, since much earlier, in a scene where Kirk and Spock meet Admiral Marcus, his office has a collection of every ship from the Star Trek universe. The camera shows us all of them, ending on, you guessed it, the brand new Vengeance in the foreground. Were they even trying to hide it? So what do you think of our list? Which movie spoilers did you notice early in the film? Sound off in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Even when a film has been enjoyed for decades, a closer look can reveal lingering questions and clumsy plots that fans would rather ignore. They don't have to ruin a movie, and sometimes coming up with a solution can be more fun than the filmmakers ever imagined. Here are Screen Rant's 10 massive plot holes in popular movies. The Avengers. In the first Thor movie, it's established that Earth is just one realm in the larger Marvel universe, with Asgardian visitors using a rainbow bridge, also known as the Bifrost, to travel there and back. In the film's climax, Thor is left with no choice but to destroy the device. It's seen as a major sacrifice since that means he has no way to return to his new love, Jane Foster. Since the God of Thunder was obviously needed in the Avengers, his arrival was written off with just one line of dialogue.
With the Bifrost gone, how much dark energy did the All-Father have to muster to conjure you here?
Even if fans accept that magic brought Thor back, director Joss Whedon has admitted there's no explanation for how he managed to track the Avengers in midair. Wolverine. In his second solo film, Logan is brought to Japan by a wealthy businessman whose life he saved during World War II, offering to make him mortal as a thank you.
They did to me what I am. It can't be undone.
But Logan's permanently regenerating cells and immortality are his mutation. They weren't given to him by anyone. The plot holes and questions don't stop there. When he realizes his healing factor has suddenly been disabled, it's revealed to be the result of a robotic bug on his heart. How does it work? That's never explained. And the same can be said for how drilling into his bones could steal his healing factor and apparently his youth. The Matrix. In the post-apocalyptic world of The Matrix, Morpheus learned that it isn't just machines his crew needs to worry about. When the character Cypher realizes that the artificial reality of The Matrix wasn't so bad after all, he cuts a deal. He'll betray his commander as long as he's plugged back into the system as a wealthy actor, with no memory of the real world.
I don't want to remember nothing. Nothing.
The twist pushes Neo to embrace his role as the One, but it's never explained how Cypher entered The Matrix without an operator or without getting caught. Sharing a meal with an agent would be pretty hard to disguise. Minority Report. Steven Spielberg's vision of future crime relied heavily on science fiction, with a trio of psychics able to see murders before they happen, leading star Tom Cruise's team to stop them in the nick of time. That is, until he sees a murder that he will commit. Going on the run to find out why, he discovers it's all been a setup.
Who was it set this up?
The man still winds up dead, but it's never explained how the Precog saw the murder to begin with. Did the film's villain just plan to frame up and cross his fingers that they would envision his plan working out perfectly? If there's an answer, the movie doesn't include it. Interstellar. When fluctuations in gravity send Coop stumbling onto NASA's mission to save humanity, he's told that it's a trip only he can lead. So why did those planning the mission, who by the way knew Coop years beforehand, never contact him even though his farm was just a day's drive away? Even if his arrival was a lucky break, the idea that a man who needed a wormhole explained to him would be taking the wheel instead of experts who had probably planned and trained for months makes no sense at all. Star Wars: A New Hope. When Obi-Wan Kenobi first told Luke that the disbanded Old Republic had lasted for 1,000 generations, fans assumed he meant tens of thousands of years. That idea was straight up contradicted by Palpatine in Attack of the Clones. He claimed the Republic had only been around for 1 millennium. The extended universe tweaked the language to make sure both characters were right, but the gap between the original series and the prequels wasn't so easily fixed. Aside from Obi-Wan and Anakin aging several decades by the time Luke hit his teens, Imperial soldiers referred to the Force as an outdated ancient religion.
Your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes.
And even Han Solo claims he's never seen any evidence of the Force. That's basically the same as grown men today doubting the existence of VCRs. Things don't quite add up. Batman Begins. The microwave emitter used to turn Gotham City into a living nightmare in Batman Begins had fans debating the science of the movie's climax from the moment it hit theaters. But the machine's ability to instantly vaporize water without injuring people is established earlier on in the film. What isn't explained is why the city wasn't driven mad by the water-based fear toxin long before the final showdown. The toxin may have been harmless in water, but the villains had spent weeks spreading it through the city, which meant boiling water, saunas, or your average hot shower should have turned Gothamites into crazed threats by the thousands. Terminator 2. Movie fans will never forget Arnold Schwarzenegger's introduction in the original Terminator, but there was good reason for him appearing naked. Kyle Reese explains that only living organisms can travel through time.
Something about the field generated by a living organism. Nothing dead will go.
Or machines covered in living tissue like the T-800. But in the sequel, the T-1000 travels without any problems, even though it's made of liquid metal alloy. The writers originally intended to show a flesh cocoon the Terminator used to survive the trip, but they felt it would confuse viewers. Instead, he just appears as naked as any other time traveler, even though that wouldn't make any real difference. Guardians of the Galaxy. The cast of Guardians may have begun as criminals, but they eventually decide to sacrifice their own lives to protect the entire galaxy from destruction. The team hatches a plan to bring down the movie's villain on board his own ship, with Gamora volunteering to cut power to the impenetrable security doors so her comrades can attack. As she battles her way to the power source, the rest of the team fights through dozens of enemy soldiers on their way to the bridge. The doors open to even more enemies before Gamora blasts a hole in the floor and comes to the rescue. Since nobody asked why they didn't just blast through the floor of the impenetrable room and ambush the villain to begin with, we're guessing the fans should just ignore it. Back to the Future Part 2. Given the bond between Marty McFly and Doc Brown, it made sense that Back to the Future would end with Doc's return from the year 2015, warning Marty that his unborn children were headed for trouble. The physicist had refused to change the past in the first movie, but the future was apparently fair game. It was meant to be a simple fix, and Doc reassured Marty that he and his girlfriend Jennifer turned out fine. Except, they didn't. With Marty's music career ruined by a car accident, he wound up in a dead-end job with a failing marriage. The obvious question is, why wouldn't Doc save Marty's future? Considering all his family's troubles trace back to a single street race, he would have only had to meet Marty and Jennifer one day later to prevent his entire failed future in a single moment. He must have really hated rock and roll. So what do you think of our list? Did we miss any glaring plot holes or unresolved storylines in your favorite movies? Let us know in our comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.
When you get on that stage, it's so worth it to be there in real time, no screen, no comments, and see the magic on people's faces.
Stay alive for suffering.
Millions have switched to Sprint to save 50% on most rates from Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. Now, get 50% off the amazing new Samsung Galaxy S7 or Galaxy S7 Edge when you get another. Why pay full price when you don't have to? Switch today.
One more